Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is a privilege to stand before you today. I am here to remind you of a truth that is often forgotten. Within every woman lies a reservoir of untapped power, waiting to be awakened. You see, life has a way of convincing us that we are defined by our weaknesses, our failures, and our struggles. But I want to declare to you today that your weakness is not the end of your story, it is the birthplace of your strength. Every diamond begins as a lump of coal hidden in darkness and under pressure. It is the intense pressure that transforms it into something precious, something that shines. And just like the diamond, every woman has the capacity to turn her adversity into power. Weakness is often misunderstood. Many see it as a flaw, a defect that diminishes their value. But in truth, weakness is not something to be ashamed of. It is the starting point of growth. Without weakness, there would be no need for strength. Weakness humbles us, forcing us to acknowledge our limitations and seek the resources, relationships, and strategies needed to overcome them. Think of a muscle. It grows stronger only when it is stretched, challenged, and broken down through resistance. In the same way, the challenges that expose our weaknesses are what strengthen our character, build resilience, and sharpen our abilities. If you were never tested, you would never discover what you are truly capable of. Weakness reveals areas for improvement and creates opportunities for transformation. It reminds us that we are not self-sufficient and that progress requires humility, effort, and persistence. When you embrace your weaknesses instead of hiding them, you unlock the potential to grow beyond them. It is in confronting and working through your weaknesses that you discover the strength you never knew you had. True strength is not the absence of weakness, but the ability to overcome it. Every great achievement, every inspiring story of transformation began with someone acknowledging their weaknesses and deciding to rise above them. When you shift your perspective, you see that weakness is not a limitation, it is an invitation to become stronger, wiser, and better. Pressure is often seen as a force to avoid something uncomfortable and unwelcome. But if we look deeper, we find that pressure is one of life's most powerful tools for transformation. Nothing valuable is ever created without it. A diamond, one of the strongest and most beautiful materials on earth, begins as a piece of coal. It is the intense heat and pressure that transforms it into something extraordinary. In the same way, the pressures we face in life are not meant to destroy us, but to shape us. Pressure has a way of revealing what is inside us, uncovering hidden strength, resilience, and potential we may not even realize we possess. Without pressure, we remain stagnant, untested, and unrefined. It is through challenges, deadlines, expectations, and adversities that we grow, improve, and achieve greatness. Pressure forces us out of our comfort zones, compelling us to think creatively, act decisively, and push beyond our perceived limits. It teaches us to adapt, to persevere, and to remain focused under difficult circumstances. Those who achieve greatness are not those who avoid pressure, but those who embrace it, knowing that it is a necessary part of the journey. The most significant breakthroughs often come at the height of pressure. It refines your character, clarifies your purpose, and tests your commitment to your goals. When you understand the value of pressure, you stop fearing it and start welcoming it as an opportunity to become stronger, more capable, and more prepared for the future. Pain is a universal experience. No one escapes it. Yet pain itself is not the end. It is often the catalyst for something greater. When pain is understood through the lens of purpose, it transforms from something destructive into a force of empowerment. Purpose gives meaning to pain, and meaning gives strength to endure and rise above it. Consider the most challenging moments in your life. These were likely the times when you felt stretched, tested, or even broken. But those same experiences, when aligned with a greater purpose, became the foundation for your growth and resilience. Pain teaches lessons that comfort cannot. It builds empathy, perseverance, and wisdom qualities that become tools for fulfilling your purpose. Purpose turns pain into power because it shifts your perspective. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me, you begin to ask, what can I learn from this, or how can this experience be used to help others? Purpose reframes suffering as preparation, molding you into the person you need to be for the next stage of your journey. Great leaders, innovators, and change makers often point to moments of pain as turning points in their lives. They found that their hardships were not obstacles, but stepping stones toward their calling. Pain forces you to dig deep, to discover strengths and capacities you didn't know you had, and to connect with a power greater than yourself. When you channel your pain into purpose, it no longer controls you. Instead, it fuels you, pushing you forward with determination and clarity. Pain becomes a tool, a reminder of where you've been, and a motivator for where you're going. In the hands of purpose, pain becomes the very thing that empowers you to live a life of impact and significance. Scars tell a story. They are marks left behind not by defeat, but by survival. They signify battles fought, struggles endured, and lessons learned. Too often, scars are seen as flaws, something to be hidden, but they are far from that. Scars are evidence that you faced something that tried to break you and you emerged on the other side. Every scar, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual, carries a testimony. It speaks to resilience and strength. It shows that while the experience may have left its mark, it did not define or destroy you. Your scars are not reminders of your pain. They are proof of your progress. They say, I've been through this and I'm still here. When you embrace your scars, you reclaim your story. Instead of being ashamed of what you've been through, you wear your scars as badges of honor. They become a source of hope, not only for yourself, but for others. Someone who sees your scars may find the courage to believe that they too can overcome their challenges. Scars remind us that healing is possible. They show that pain does not have to be permanent, that wounds can close, and that life can continue. But more than that, they carry wisdom. Every scar represents a lesson learned, a moment of growth that prepared you for what lies ahead. The beauty of a scar is that it transforms what was once a source of hurt into a symbol of hope. It takes something that could have been a source of shame and turns it into a source of power. Scars don't diminish your worth, they enhance it by showing the depth of your journey. Each scar adds to your testimony, making your story one of triumph and transformation. Vision is the ability to see beyond your current reality and imagine a future that is greater than where you are now. It is a picture of possibility that drives you to grow, to change, and to transform. Without vision, life becomes aimless and progress stalls. Vision provides direction, giving you a clear path to follow and a reason to keep moving forward, even in the face of obstacles. Transformation begins with a shift in perspective, and vision is the catalyst for that shift. It allows you to see potential where others see limitation. It inspires hope and fuels ambition. When you have a vision, you are no longer bound by your present circumstances because you can see the greater purpose ahead. Vision also brings clarity. It helps you prioritize your efforts, focusing on what truly matters and letting go of distractions. It gives your life meaning, connecting your daily actions to a larger goal. With vision, you no longer live by chance, you live by choice, intentionally working toward the future you desire. Transformation requires motivation, and vision is the strongest motivator. It reminds you of what is possible when challenges arise. Vision doesn't just show you what can be achieved, it shows you who you can become. It reveals your potential and pushes you to step into a version of yourself that is stronger, wiser, and more capable. Vision empowers you to endure difficulties because it gives you a reason to persist. It provides the energy to take risks, the courage to embrace change, and the determination to keep moving forward. When vision guides you, transformation is not just a possibility, it becomes an inevitable reality. Vision unlocks the power within you to rise above limitations and create a life that reflects the greatness you were designed to achieve. Fear and doubt are two of the most powerful barriers to personal growth and transformation. They whisper lies that keep you stuck, convincing you that you are not capable, not worthy, or not ready to take the next step. Left unchecked, they have the ability to paralyze you, stealing your dreams and preventing you from becoming all that you are meant to be. The truth is, fear and doubt are natural. Everyone experiences them at some point. They arise because you are stepping into the unknown, moving outside your comfort zone, or facing challenges that seem bigger than your current capacity. But while fear and doubt are natural, they are not meant to control you. They are signals to be addressed, not prisons to live in. To confront fear and doubt, you must first identify their source. Often they are rooted in past experiences, failures, or the opinions of others. They may come from comparing yourself to someone else or from underestimating the power within you. Once you understand where these feelings come from, you can begin to challenge them with truth. Fear thrives on uncertainty, but confidence grows through action. The best way to overcome fear is to move forward despite it. Take small, intentional steps toward your goals, proving to yourself that fear does not have the final word. Every action you take chips away at the power fear holds over you. Doubt, on the other hand, is dismantled by faith. Faith is believing in something greater than what you can currently see. It is trusting in your abilities, your purpose, and the journey ahead, even when the outcome is unclear. When you choose faith over doubt, you give yourself permission to grow, to learn, and to rise above your limitations. Confronting fear and doubt requires courage, but it also requires patience. It is not always an overnight process. It's about consistently choosing to replace thoughts of inadequacy with thoughts of possibility. It's about surrounding yourself with people who uplift and encourage you rather than those who reinforce negativity. Remember, fear and doubt only have the power you give them. When you confront them, you reclaim your power. You take control of your narrative and begin to write a story of courage, determination, and victory. Fear and doubt are not your enemies. They are simply challenges to overcome on the path to your transformation. True power does not come from external sources, whether from wealth, status, or the approval of others, but from within. It is rooted in understanding who you are, what you are capable of, and why you exist. This inner power is what allows you to stand firm in the face of adversity, to rise after every fall, and to continue pursuing your purpose, regardless of the obstacles in your way. When you rely on external validation for your sense of worth, you give away your power. Your sense of value becomes dependent on the opinions and approval of others, which are fleeting and often unreliable. External sources of power are temporary, but the power within you is permanent. It is not determined by circumstances or the approval of others. It is anchored in your identity and your purpose. True power comes from knowing your worth, embracing your unique gifts, and trusting in your ability to make a difference. It is the confidence that comes from understanding that you were designed with a purpose. And that purpose cannot be taken away by the opinions or judgments of others. This inner power is what gives you the strength to keep going, even when the world tells you to quit. Inner power is also about self-discipline. It's about mastering your mind, your emotions, and your actions so that you can consistently align your behavior with your purpose. When you cultivate the strength to control your responses and decisions, rather than allowing external circumstances to dictate them, you unlock a level of power that few ever tap into. This power grows when you face challenges. Every obstacle you overcome adds to your inner strength. The more you confront your fears, face difficulties head on, and refuse to give up, the more you realize the depth of your own potential. True power is not about avoiding struggle. It is about finding the strength within yourself to navigate and transform those struggles into opportunities for growth. When you tap into the power within, you stop looking outside for answers. You begin to trust your instincts, your abilities, and the wisdom that comes from your life experience. This power is unwavering because it is connected to something deeper than surface level achievements or external circumstances. It is connected to your core. True power is not loud or boastful. It is quiet, confident, and resilient. It is the strength to keep going when no one is watching, to keep believing when there's no immediate proof, and to keep growing even when the world seems to be at a standstill. It is the power that comes from knowing that no matter what happens around you, you are equipped with everything you need to fulfill your purpose. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world, and it shapes everything you experience. The way you think determines how you respond to circumstances, how you interpret challenges, and how you approach life itself. A positive, growth-oriented mindset empowers you to see opportunities in every situation, while a negative, fixed mindset often keeps you trapped in limitations, blind to possibilities. The mind is incredibly powerful. It's not just a passive observer, it actively shapes your reality. If you believe you are capable of success, your thoughts will align with that belief, influencing the actions you take and the decisions you make. On the other hand, if you believe that success is out of reach, your mind will find ways to confirm that belief, often leading to self-sabotage or inaction. What you think about yourself and the world around you becomes your reality. Mindset affects your behavior, which in turn affects your outcomes. If you approach life with a mindset of abundance, seeing the world as full of opportunities, you will attract those opportunities. However, if you approach life with a mindset of scarcity, focusing on what you lack, you will be more likely to overlook the opportunities that are right in front of you. The power of mindset lies in its ability to transform your perception. Two people can experience the same challenge, yet their responses can be completely different, simply based on how they think about the situation. One person might see a failure as a lesson and opportunity for growth, while the other might see it as a permanent setback. The mindset you cultivate determines how you react to life's challenges and whether or not you bounce back from adversity. A growth mindset, one that is focused on learning, resilience, and development, allows you to overcome obstacles and persist when times are tough. It gives you the strength to try again, to see mistakes as stepping stones, and to push through difficulties, knowing that every challenge is part of the journey. It enables you to embrace change, to adapt, and to view every experience as an opportunity to grow into a stronger version of yourself. On the other hand, a fixed mindset traps you in comfort, avoiding challenges and fearing failure. This kind of mindset tells you that your abilities are limited and that there is no point in trying something new if you might fail. It prevents you from reaching your potential, keeping you stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and hesitation. Shifting your mindset is not always easy, but it is always possible. It starts with awareness. Begin by recognizing the negative or limiting thoughts you have about yourself and your abilities. Challenge those thoughts and replace them with empowering beliefs that align with your purpose and goals. Over time, this shift in thinking will change your behavior, and as a result, your reality will begin to transform. Your mindset is the key to unlocking your potential. It influences everything from your career to your relationships to your sense of self-worth. When you change the way you think, you change the way you live. Your reality becomes a reflection of the thoughts you hold, the beliefs you embrace, and the mindset you choose to cultivate. So choose wisely, because the life you want to live begins with the way you choose to think. Action is the bridge between dreams and reality. It is not enough to simply have a vision or to know your purpose. Those things remain empty without the power of action to bring them to life. Action is the force that activates your potential and transforms your intentions into tangible results. Every step you take, no matter how small, propels you forward and adds momentum to your journey. The power of action lies in its ability to break the cycle of inertia. It turns ideas into reality, dreams into goals, and plans into achievements. Without action, nothing changes. You can think about what you want to achieve, you can wish for success, and you can envision a better future. But until you take deliberate steps towards it, nothing will shift. Action is the catalyst that transforms hope into results. The first step is often the hardest, but it is also the most crucial. When you take action, you send a powerful message to your subconscious mind that you are serious about your goals. You affirm that you are ready to do the work necessary to succeed. Action builds momentum, turning small victories into bigger accomplishments. Each step forward makes the next step easier. And before long, you are on a path of unstoppable progress. When you act, you also learn. Every action provides feedback, whether positive or negative, which you can use to refine your approach. It teaches you what works and what doesn't, what to keep and what to discard. Through action, you gain experience and wisdom that cannot be obtained by simply thinking or planning. It's through doing that you learn, grow, and develop new skills. Action is also the key to overcoming fear and doubt. Often, it's fear of failure or uncertainty that holds people back from acting. But the truth is, the more you act, the less power fear and doubt have over you. Each time you take action, you build confidence and resilience. You prove to yourself that you are capable, that you can handle challenges, and that you can move past obstacles. In addition, action fosters accountability. When you take the first step, you commit to your journey. You hold yourself accountable to your goals, and you are no longer just talking about what you want to achieve, you are doing something about it. This accountability pushes you to keep going, even when the road gets tough or when distractions arise. Ultimately, action is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. It is easy to imagine success or to talk about your desires, but those who take consistent, deliberate action are the ones who manifest their vision. Action activates the power within you. It transforms your ideas into reality, your potential into performance, and your hopes into achievements. The energy to create the life you desire is within you, but it is only through action that this power is unlocked and set into motion. You were not created by accident, nor are you a product of random chance. You were designed with purpose, potential, and greatness embedded in your very DNA. From the moment you were born, you were equipped with unique gifts, talents, and capabilities that are meant to contribute to something greater than yourself. Your life is not just a series of events that happen by coincidence. It is a masterpiece in progress, and you are the architect of your own destiny. The greatness within you is not something that needs to be earned or created. It already exists, waiting to be unlocked and expressed. It is a potential that lies dormant within you, sometimes hidden by fear, doubt, or the pressures of life. But regardless of the circumstances, this greatness cannot be taken away. It is a part of who you are, and it will find a way to surface if you allow it to. You are designed for greatness, but this greatness does not come without challenges. It does not mean a life free of struggles or setbacks. In fact, the very challenges you face are often the catalysts that propel you toward your purpose. Greatness is born in the face of adversity. It is developed through resilience, through persistence, and through the courage to rise after each fall. To embrace your greatness, you must first believe in it. You must believe that you are worthy of success, that you are capable of making a difference, and that you have the power to transform your life. When you doubt your greatness, you allow external circumstances and negative voices to define your worth. But when you recognize the greatness within you, you begin to see opportunities instead of obstacles, and you take steps toward the life you were meant to live. Greatness is not about comparison. It is not about trying to measure up to someone else's standards or chasing someone else's vision. It is about discovering and embracing your own unique path. The world does not need another copy of someone else. It needs you with your distinct experiences, your perspective, your voice, and your gifts. Your greatness is not a competition, it is a contribution. You were designed to overcome, to grow, and to rise above every challenge that comes your way. The fact that you have endured, that you have made it this far, is evidence that greatness resides within you. It is in your ability to keep going, to learn from failures, and to keep pursuing your purpose no matter the setbacks. When you step into your greatness, you begin to inspire others to do the same. Your courage, your perseverance, and your belief in your own potential serve as a light for others to follow. By embracing the greatness within you, you empower those around you to see that they too are capable of greatness. You are not here by mistake. You are designed for greatness. Your purpose is unique, and the world needs what you have to offer. The greatness within you is not just about achieving personal success. It is about contributing to the collective good, about making a difference, and about living a life that leaves a lasting impact. The time to embrace your greatness is now, because the world is waiting for you to step into the full potential of who you were created to be. As you stand on the threshold of your own potential, remember that the greatness you seek is already within you. It has always been there, patiently waiting for you to acknowledge it and to step into it. The challenges you face, the pain you endure, and the fears you overcome are all part of the process of unveiling the strength, resilience, and purpose that reside within you. Understand that you are not defined by your circumstances or past mistakes. You are defined by your ability to rise, to learn, and to transform. The power to change your life, to pursue your purpose, and to impact the world is in your hands. When you embrace your true potential, you not only change your own life, but inspire others to do the same. Your journey is a testimony of what is possible when we trust in our inner power, confront our doubts, and take action toward the greatness that is our birthright. You are designed for greatness. And today is the day to begin walking in it with boldness, confidence, and unwavering belief in who you are. The world is waiting for you to unleash the greatness within and make